Hey guys, Backyard Farmer Pat here. I wanted to give you a quick update on the transplants that I did about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So these are the tiny seedlings that I had planted out. Remember, some of them weren't looking too good. So that one isn't one. That one is actually a Chinese cabbage that I harvested and it's coming back. But this here is one of the, remember that tiny Chinese cabbage? It was probably like less than half an inch. It looked really pathetic. But it's coming up nicely. I can tell that one is going to be good. This one is a tatsoi bok chow. That also was super tiny. The leaves were probably smaller than this tiniest one here. But now you can see it's growing very nicely after 2 weeks. This is a Swiss chard. I wasn't sure it's gonna make it. It's still looking a little bit weak, but I can tell it is gonna make it. These on this other side, they're a little bit smaller. That's a milk bok chow, another Swiss chard, and a tatsoi bok chow. A couple of tatsois, but they're all doing well. If you guys go back and see that video, I'll drop a link to that video. You can see, actually, this one is a weed. That one is a weed. Yes, but these are tatsoi. Let's look at the tomatoes. Those are a couple scotch bonnets. So you can see the tomatoes are doing extremely well. You can see they're very thick. I planted a variety of tomatoes. I believe these are burpee tomatoes. But you can see, look how thick the stem is. And here are a couple more tomatoes. Very thick. They're doing extremely well. Growing very, very nicely. Here is the sugar kiss cantaloupe that I actually ate a sugar kiss cantaloupe I bought at Publix, and I transplanted the seedling, and look how beautiful it is. That's another little tiny one that I probably will pull out. Then let me go really quick and show you some more seedlings. Okay, so this one here is a little surprise. So you remember when I did my mom's bed? I did a video of when I created a raised bed for my mom. There was actually Everglades tomato that had popped up in the grass. What happens with these is that sometimes the birds might eat a tomato and then they poop out the seeds. So somehow the birds left a gift of an Everglades tomato, and it was actually growing and actually had small tomatoes on it, but it was hanging over in the bed. I literally just broke a branch of the tomato off and I stuck it in the ground, and look at this, it is still growing. It still has the tomatoes. You can tell by the leaves that it's very healthy. I stuck one here and I stuck another one over here, and both are doing very well. So that is a great tip for you guys. You don't have to buy, if you want to have 5 tomato trees, you don't have to buy 5. You can plant a seed, or you can just wait until it starts growing, break a branch and stick it in the ground. I didn't even remove the tomatoes, but as you can see, it's still growing. It actually has new blossoms, and I stuck this in the ground maybe a week ago. Here's another little branch I stuck in the ground. That one is turning yellow, but I think it's gonna make it. So I have 3 free Everglades tomato trees. I had been looking for Everglades tomatoes and wasn't able to find it, and God sent me that gift of a bird's droppings, which produce these beautiful trees. Alright, so I'm over at my mom's house and I wanted to give you a quick update on those seedlings. And my sister reminded me that I planted my mom's seedlings 2 weeks ago, exactly 2 weeks ago today. That means the seedlings that you just saw at my house are actually 3 weeks, not 2 weeks. So let's look. And all these were planted from seed. So here you can see the string beans have come up nicely. These are normal bush beans. So I did a row of bush beans here. This one is just germinating, but the rest of them have come up nicely. Along the back, I actually did okra along the back, except this one is just coming up now. Here I put one Swiss chard and one of the bok chow, one of the extra seedlings there. But you can see, when you look across, you can see that all the okra seedlings are coming up very nicely. It looks like I dropped 2 seeds, so I'll probably separate these two. But all the okra seedlings are doing very well. Here we have some cabbage. My sister had actually bought two of the little cabbage transplants from Home Depot. And then when we looked at it, each one actually had 4 cabbage. So she paid like $3 or $4 for it. So, but you can see we have all the cabbage are coming up nicely. So that's a great idea. If you have to do transplants, get a transplant that has multiple in there, so at least you get your money's worth. And then along the front row, as I said, we have all the string beans. These are the green bush beans. Then when you come over to this bed, we have a whole lot of different things. These are papayas that were actually from seed that my sister had on our patio, and I transplanted them here probably about a month ago, and they're doing very well. So here we have our seedlings. This is a tomato. All those little green dots you see coming up are Cantaloupe seeds that my mom sprinkled. Here, this row here, these are actually purple bush beans. So this has like a purple skin, and you can tell the purple along the stem. So we have a row of purple bush beans here. Back here, we have some more okra seeds. And over here, you can see the pumpkin is doing extremely well. Look how big and fat that pumpkin is. You can see the color of the leaves, the shape of the leaves are coming in right now. And I also just mentioned to you how you saw how I cut and stuck the Everglades tomatoes, and I mentioned that it came from my mom's bed. This is the Everglades tomato plant I was talking about. And look at this, guys. This is free. This is from nature. A bird just pooped it out, and now we have Everglades tomatoes. Delicious. Everglades tomatoes are awesome. They grow profusely in Florida. Everglades is in Florida, right? So these grow profusely. They bear almost year-round. It's a great tomato. It's a great tomato to have. They're delicious. You pop them in your mouth. You pop them in a salad. Really good. They're really tiny, but really super sweet. This one bush can give me several plants, but I think I have enough now. What I'll do though, just to keep it off the ground, I'll come back and pop it up with a stick. But look at this, guys. Every branch is laden with tomatoes. She didn't have to pay for this. She didn't have to buy any seeds. A bird cooked this out, so it's awesome. All right, guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update. So this is a 2-week update of my mom's garden. Everything looks beautiful. If you notice, I haven't mulched this garden yet, and that's because she sprinkled the Cantaloupe seeds, and seeds are gonna come up all around. I'm gonna wait for the Cantaloupe seeds to come up more, then I'll mulch it, because it's definitely better to mulch the soil to keep the moisture in and keep pests off. All right, so that's it. Till next time, let's plant, grow, and eat together. Plant a seed today. It's a beautiful day. Plant a seed today, guys. God bless, and till next time.